Welcome back to our training tape series. Hopefully the previous training tape stimulated conversation with your crew and fellow officials. As a reminder, these plays are not meant to pick on or embarrass an official or crew. These tapes are meant as a learning opportunity, and I hope they provide some valuable input. With that, let's look at some plays. On this first play, I want to talk mechanics. Take a look at the head linesman, and there's several coaches that are in his working area. And I just want to remind our wing officials, work with your coaches, get them back early, and if they don't want to listen, then throw the flag. They need to stay back. That's for your safety so that you can work and concentrate on officiating. So make sure we communicate with the coaches, but ultimately, if they're not going to change their habits, then you have to throw the flag. You have our support. It's for your safety, and it's for your concentration. On this punt, we're going to have a muff by the return team, and the back judge and line judge are in excellent position to rule. They make a quality ruling, good mechanics, very crisp. The only thing I would mention is we wouldn't have a beanbag on this play. However, anyone who's ever back judged or line judged any game has done this at least once in their career. So that's totally understandable, but we wouldn't have a beanbag on this play. But overall, really good coverage, good positioning, good concentration, very well handled. We're going to have a pretty standard run play off tackle by the quarterback on this play. Good coverage by the crew. The line judge is going to come in and kill the clock at 2:06 when the offense requests a timeout. And notice the clock continues to run. Nice job by the line judge of continuing to signal stop the clock until the clock keeper does in fact stop the clock. And then a good job by the crew conferring and putting the correct time back on the clock. This is a reminder for all of our crews that clock status is the primary for all officials. We all need to be aware of the clock status at all times. If we do reset the clock with a mic, just ask the clock keeper to please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And when he does that, say thank you. And if you have to go over to the sideline, that is fine as well. So just a reminder, be aware of clock status at all times. And a good job by this crew of making sure we had this set properly. We're going to have a punt play here at the 5:08 mark of the second quarter. And if you notice, the clock does not start when the ball is snapped. And then the clock keeper continues to run the clock at the end of the play to make up for lost time. This play occurred in the prep bowl just like the last one. Goes to show you that clock mistakes and malfunctions can happen at any game, at any time. So we want to be aware as a crew of clock status. This crew does a good job of continuing to signal kill the clock and then getting together to communicate about what the clock status should be. If this occurred at the beginning of the second quarter, in the middle of the first quarter, at a time where time is not of the essence, we can correct this mistake because it's pretty egregious, but if there's only a couple seconds that come off, we can leave that be. If it's under 5 minutes and a half, we should fix those clock mistakes at all times, and anytime a clock starts on a dead clock, we should fix that as well. Good job getting input from all of the crew members. Just be aware of the clock status at the beginning of the play so you can make adjustments as necessary. Good job by the crew. This is the very next play after the clock malfunction, and this is an excellent job by the crew moving on from an unusual situation and continuing to officiate and have focus. Excellent positioning by the back judge. He's there waiting for the ball carrier as he crosses the goal line. Just an excellent job of maintaining focus after an unusual situation with the clock. Sometimes we can get flustered and lose our focus, but this crew went right back to work and does an outstanding job of officiating this play. Good job by the umpire coming to the line. Good positioning by the referee. Outstanding coverage on the pass play. Great work by the crew. We're going to have a full start at 44 seconds in the third quarter, and it's going to run down to 42 seconds. This is the kind of play I was referring to earlier, where if we have a clock start on a dead clock situation, we should always reset the game clock in that situation. If we lose a couple seconds in a live clock situation, that's okay, but if we have a clock run on a dead clock situation like this one, we should always reset the clock. Let's talk about philosophy of down versus not down. You'll notice the runner comes out to the A17 or so where the ball comes out. Good job by the line judge of selling this. Good mechanics. But if you look at the replay, the ball is out before the runner is down. Philosophically speaking, if we're not sure on these, let's let it play out. You'll be right more often than you're wrong. The stats bear out that the ball is usually out on these types of plays, so unless you're 100% sure that the runner is down, just let the play out, and the other officials can assist as necessary. Once we shut it down, we can't go back. So if you're 100% sure, put them down, otherwise let it play out. We're going to have a run play here early in the game, and you'll notice that the line judge has a flag, which will be for a sideline warning. I mentioned earlier in the tape that we should work with our coaches, communicate with them, get them back, and if they don't adjust, then throw the flag. The first offense is only a warning. This is a good announcement by the referee. Listen in.
Dad, Dave Fritzy, and you know him, Corbin.
Results of the play is a first down. Sideline warning on East Ridge. That's a first down.
Good job by this line judge of communicating with the coach and telling him what he has. He stays calm throughout. This is just a reminder for short wings. Work 1 yard back. Keep the teams back. Work with them so they understand where they should be. And if they don't adjust, then throw the flag. You have our support. We had some great examples of clock awareness and mechanics on this tape. Good job by our crews. Just some things to think about as we head into our first games this week. Good luck, have some fun, remember to smile, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you next week.